Hello and welcome to Witch Moon Magical Arts. My name is Lisa. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Virgo for the month of October. I like to begin by doing a blessing. So I'm going to invite the God and Goddess to be with us today. I invite our ancestors, our guides, dwellers in the invisible realms. Be with us today and guide us. Blessed be. Okay. So as I said, we'll be doing a reading for Virgo for October. Let's get our cards shuffled. See what messages we can get for Virgo for October. Virgo for October. Virgo for October. Virgo for October. Okay. Now I like to lay the cards out and then go through them with you. So the first card we've got, the Empress. The Magician. King of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. The High Priestess. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Two of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. And Two of Wands. Okay, you've got a lot of major arcana in this reading. So I see 4 of them. And the major arcana are major steps along a karmic path. So something very significant is going on in this situation. Your first card, the Empress, in this position, it relates to the question itself or the situation you have in mind, something that's going on right now for you. And this is about fertility, and not necessarily you're going to have a baby or someone you know is going to have a baby. It could be that, but the Empress herself is the mother goddess. She is able to manifest and create anything she needs to create and make this world around herself that she is longing for. She is able to manifest whatever she needs, and she has that power to create out of nothing, basically. She is the mother goddess. And the cross card, or the challenge to that ability to be creative enough to manifest what you need, is the Magician. He is another major arcana. And the Magician uses all of these elemental tools, the dagger, the wand, the pentacle, the cup, all of the elements in the earthly realm and the spiritual realm, in order to manifest what he needs, what he desires. He's called the great manifester because he has the power, the magical skills to bring those things to fruition. So you're in a position now that you're learning how to use your skills wisely in order to manifest what you need. He's also a great communicator. He's able to communicate his will and his desires and his interests to other people. So you're obviously in a learning stage right now, learning how to manifest what it is you want in your life. Now, you've got another major arcana, the High Priestess, that is influencing you. In this position, it's something you're coming out of, something you're kind of on the tail end of acquiring in your life. And the High Priestess is a teacher of sorts. She is the keeper of the esoteric knowledge, but she expects you to work for it. It's not something that is ever handed to you, but as long as you do the work, you can get the skills you need. And these two pillars here, the black and the white pillars and candles, those represent, anytime you've got twos like that, it represents balance and a question that needs to be answered. A decision needs to be made. So there, and it's having to do with your esoteric knowledge, your connection to the divine. It's all connected to that. So some type of decision has been made, and she is there to help you along that pathway. Now you're coming up into the Page of Pentacles, and in this position, it's something that's coming up in the near future. Now, pages are the first one in the court cards. They're all about new energy and new directions. And in fact, he's at a crossroads and deciding, he's flipping a coin, deciding which way he's going to go. He's got a map, so he is skilled enough to know that he can follow either direction and know which way he's going. But you are at a crossroads and deciding which way you're going from here. Now, these two upper and lower cards, they have influence over this situation in that like the upper card, the King of Swords here, it kind of rains down and affects the whole situation. This energy that he possesses affects the whole situation. Now, swords are about intellect, thought, decision-making ability, and the king being the highest of the court cards. He is the ultimate decision maker. He's got a plan and he can make it happen. So you've thought about this. You've thought about this plan forward, this new direction you're going into. You've thought about how to use your skills from the Magician and the High Priestess. You've thought about how to make this happen, and he's giving you the energy to actually make that happen. He's given you the decision-making ability to make that come to pass. Now, down in this lower position, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is another major arcana. And in this position, it's more of the unconscious mind, and also what I call the root, something that is innate in you that you may not be completely aware of, but it's there, and it's something that you have access to. And the Wheel of Fortune is basically all the opportunities in the world are yours. You can choose whatever direction you want to go in. But the thing with the Wheel of Fortune is if you don't decide, the universe will decide for you. Since you've got this page here saying that you are moving forward, you'd better do it. You better use this decision-making ability, or the universe will decide for you. So that's just another thing to be aware of, that you have to use your own intellect in order to move forward and not just let things happen. And then in the next card, we've got the Ace of Cups. In this position, it's kind of how you feel about yourself, how you see yourself right now. And aces are gifts from the universe. And the cups are all about emotion and unconditional love, connection to other people, connection to the source, connection to the universe. and being able to fulfill yourself emotionally and then be able to spill that over onto others. It's a beautiful energy that it's emotional fulfillment, and you feel very fulfilled right now. That's what this card is representing. You're being given the opportunity now to feel fulfilled emotionally in your life. But again, you've got questions or decisions to be made. Like the page here is deciding which way he's going. You've got the Two of Swords here, which is depicting somebody throwing darts at a dartboard, but they're blindfolded. So it's almost exactly like this. He's flipping a coin, and she's just throwing darts at a board to make her decision. So, as I said with the Wheel of Fortune, if you don't make the decision yourself, it will be made for you. So this is just something to be aware of. And in this position, it could be that other people are seeing this about you right now, that you're not really in control of your own destiny. Maybe that's it. They may see you as going after whims or whatever, but the important thing to know is that she can take the blindfold off and make that decision, make that choice on her own, which she has the ability to do with this King of Swords. So then our next card is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, this is like the culmination of the High Priestess and the Magician card. They're all about skills and being able to use those skills to manifest what you desire. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, pentacles are about wealth, prosperity, the earthly realm. They're also about health and well-being. This one depicts a woman in her shop with all of her potions here, and they represent different skills she has. So you have a tremendous amount of skills to move you forward in whatever direction you're choosing right now. You've got the ability to make that decision and go forward, and you've got the skills to do just about anything you want. And again, we've got another choice card. You've got the Two of Swords, and this is the Two of Wands. Wands are about fire and energy, creativity. It's about spiritual passion, that kind of thing. And so when you've got twos, again, it's decision making. But here, he's holding the world in his hands. So like the Wheel of Fortune, you have all the opportunity in the world. He's gazing over a wide landscape, so you can choose whatever it is that's going to fulfill you. And I'm going to say that for the most part, when you're following your passion, that is, and since it is a wand, that it's all about passion and what is fulfilling you passionately, and to follow your passion. And that's what he's doing. He's choosing what direction is going to be following his passion and following his inner guides. Basically, he's got guides that are showing him the way. But just to follow your passion, follow what you know to be true. Because again, with this Ace of Wands or Ace of Cups, this is about authenticity, to live the authentic life, to live emotionally authentically. And that is how you make these choices to go toward the future you want for yourself, to do it from an authentic place, not being influenced by others necessarily, as much as you influencing yourself, taking your own skills that you have already depicted in these cards. You've got all these skills. Move forward with what is passionate for you. Now, I'm on the bottom card. I'm seeing a little bit of conflict. We've got Wands again, which is again like passion, creativity, fiery energy, and you've got a Five of Wands. Fives are kind of a disruptive energy. They're the fours are very stable. it's obvious. Four legs on a table are stable. When you add another one, it makes it a little unstable, a little chaotic, a little disruptive. And so you're working with other people here, but no one is getting along. No one is hearing what the other person is saying. They're arguing, but nothing is getting done. So you may be coming into a situation where you're going to be working with others, but it's going to be hard to get your point across. So that's just another thing to be wary of, that if you're working with a group of people, um, again, do it from an authentic, emotionally authentic place, and then disruption won't be such a setback, because nothing is getting done in this card. You've got all this creativity from the wands, but nothing is getting done because no one's being heard or recognized or being appreciated. So I'm going to pick a couple more cards out. So you've got some major skills happening here, and some major decision making that you are entering into right now. But you've got the skills, you've got the ability to make those decisions. So I want to see what else the cards have to say. Let's just do one more shuffle. Pull out a couple more cards. We've got Eight of Swords, the Hermit, Seven of Pentacles. And I want to pick this bottom card because it was sticking out. Judgment. It wanted to be pulled out. So I'm going to pull that one out too. Now, I see a couple swords here. Now, this other sword, Eight of Swords, she's blindfolded too. This is more of she's bound. She's got it's like a loop that plays in your head, because swords are about intellect. They're about thought patterns. And in this card, she's rethinking something so many times. She thinks she's bound. She thinks she's in jail, basically. She's surrounded by these swords, though she can get up and walk right out. They're not in front of her, but she doesn't really see that because she's blindfolded. But she can take the blindfold off. She's not tied up enough that she can't get out of her bonds, but it's more of a immobility. You've got an intellectual or a thought that keeps you immobile from making this decision that this one is trying to make just by throwing those darts. So there's some thought pattern that is keeping you immobile. Now, you've got two cards here that are going to help you with that. I'll start with the Seven of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles are about the earth realm, prosperity, health and well-being. She has grown this beautiful garden around her, but she's taking time to step back and assess the situation. Instead of just barreling forward into something, it's often a good idea just to step back and see what's going to work, what's not going to work, what can be left behind, what you want to move forward with. So this is a card of just stepping back and assessing the situation, seeing what's going to work for you in the future. Along with that, you've got another major arcana, the Hermit. And this is about going within to make those decisions, going within yourself. It's an inward journey that you go on in order to find those answers, find that that energy and that power that's going to propel you forward. Now, the light here, the fire she's got going, in other decks, the Hermit is holding a lantern up. Now, that represents carrying light so others can follow you, so you can enlighten them with the knowledge that you have gained in the soul journey you're on. So you've got a new direction. You've got all these skills you're taking in this new direction, but you've got some kind of mental loop or decision that you're having a hard time with right now, the key to that is to go within and meditate on it, assess the situation thoroughly, and that's what this King of Swords does. He doesn't just rashly move in and decide what to do. He is very methodical and takes time to weigh all options. Now, at the outcome of all of this, you've got Judgment. Now, I love the version of this card in this deck, because in other cards it shows, or other decks, it shows people being raised from the dead by Gabriel's horn, and they're going into into their judgment, their final judgment, and into their next life. In this card, this is what happens when that happens. When you are moving through that final judgment, you find bliss. And this card is, I'd rather call it bliss than judgment, because it's like you've come through that. You've been authentic. You've been true to yourself. You've used all of the skills that that you've been given in this life, and you're blissfully living a new life, blissfully going down a new path. She's playing this music that is just incredibly uplifting and beautiful, and it's just all about moving forward in a joyous way. And so this is what happens when you've taken the time to assess your situation. And I'm not seeing a terrible amount of swords in here that will prevent that. There's just a little, it's like a little inkling of something that's happening right now that's keeping you a little bit held back. But like I said, you've got this King of Swords who is the master of these other swords, saying that you have the ability, you have the knowledge and the decision-making qualities to make that decision and move forward and use your skills. You've got all these cards. This is a great reading because it just shows you are ready to move forward into this new direction, whatever it may be, because you've got the world in your hands to move forward in this new direction. Now, I hope that resonates with some of you. If it does, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time. Blessed be.